When somebody says, I didn't ask for this, I'm just a YouTuber, I guess my first question would be, what do you mean by this? If it's interaction in a way that might be deeply unpredictable, I would say you need to take a little responsibility. When you engage in the process of putting out a YouTube video, there's a certain point at which a community becomes an audience. So a community wants somebody to speak with them. Audiences expect somebody to speak to them, and they expect to be able to say anything they want. I think that's where the real disjuncture is, because I think many YouTubers in particular, they don't have handlers, they don't have managers training them to function as a commodified product, and yet they're being consumed like that. And we don't ask Justin Timberlake to represent every single white man out there, yet somebody like Halle Berry is seen as representative of black women. My most hated word in the whole world is relatable, because there's nothing that's inherently relatable. What somebody means when they say that was relatable is I could relate to it. Affinity to me is really what somebody's talking about when they're talking about relatability. What they really mean is I have an affinity for that. So I'm not Muslim, but I'm the sassy, goofy girl at university who drops her books in the hall but still manages to get an A in calculus, right? It's a very particular flavor, but ironically, in its particularity, it gets a wider audience. Because if you say, I stand for Muslims, it's almost inherent that people are going to resist that and say, well, I'm Muslim and you don't stand for me. But if you say, I'm just this singular individual who has this series of quirks, you're inviting other people, as if you're a character in a novel, to identify with you. When you think about hateful comments, there are individuals who are, genuine sociopaths. On the other side, there are people who honestly feel that they are standing up for what is right. Somebody is perceived to be violating the dominant discourse, whatever that is. So you've got, on one hand, people hating on you because you are Muslim. On the other hand, you've got people hating on you because you are sometimes secular, sometimes feminist in what you're saying. These women are kind of damned if they do and damned if they don't. And so I think they're really brave. I mean, I really think that they're doing work most politicians don't have the nerve to do.